With so many fantastic shows being released, it can be hard to keep track of what's still to come. Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome to Watch Mojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 shows you didn't know were in development.
Unfortunately, the Warner kids were totally out of control.
Boingy, 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 boingy.
That means we're looking at the most exciting upcoming shows that are currently being worked on, regardless of how far along in development they are. Alright, let's check it out. Number 10, Monsters.
Doesn't that kind of bother you? That you need something bad to happen to profit from it?
You mean like a doctor?
Released in 2010, Gareth Edwards' directorial debut Monsters was a monster movie with a difference. Shot on a shoestring budget, it told the tale of two Americans trapped in Mexico as they crossed an alien-infected zone to reach the US border.
It's different looking at America from the outside. And just sitting right outside and looking in.
Its political subtext and Lovecraftian creature design elevated it above standard alien invasion fare, although its follow-up, Monsters: Dark Continent, missed the mark with both critics and audiences. Fortunately, the franchise still has legs. In January 2018, it was announced that Vertigo Films was developing Monsters as a series for UK broadcaster Channel 4. Details are sparse, but Gunpowder's Ronan Bennett will serve as showrunner, with Daniel Fajemison Duncan and Marlon Smith on writing duties.
I was like, Joel, what are you doing? And he's like, well, I'm working to be a meteorologist. That's the only job that I could be wrong every day and not get fired.
Number 9, The Wheel of Time. Robert Jordan's epic fantasy series, completed by Brandon Sanderson, consists of 14 core books and 1 prequel, meaning there's no shortage of material. Amazon and Sony are co-producing, with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. writer Rafe Judkins acting as showrunner.
What do you want?
An opportunity to clear the air. The attack on the UN wasn't S.H.I.E.L.D., it was Hydra, specifically a man named Daniel Whitehall.
The series follows a group of youths from the same village on an epic journey, with one among them fated to both break and save the world. The cast has already been brought together, with relative newcomer Yosha Stradovsky as the primary protagonist, and Gone Girl's Rosamund Pike as Moraine, a member of a powerful female organization of magic users.
Nick loved a girl I was pretending to be. Cool girl. Men always use that, don't they, as their defining compliment. She's a cool girl. A cool girl is hot.
The story sounds familiar, but the politics, set pieces, and massive character roster rival even the Lord of the Rings. Number 8, The Chronicles of Narnia. Disney and Walden Media never did get to finish adapting C.S. Lewis's beloved book series on the big screen. Luckily, Netflix acquired the rights in October 2018 for film and TV adaptations.
I knew it was you. The whole time, I knew it. But the others didn't believe me.
The fantasy saga is centered around a group of siblings who discover an alternate world filled with wondrous magic, dangerous creatures, and a kingdom under threat. While there's no casting news yet, Netflix has begun assembling an impressive creative team.
Come. We must hurry and search the castle. Peter will need everyone we can find.
Matthew Aldrich, co-writer of 2017's Coco, will oversee the development of the franchise. Since he's already successfully pulled off another story about a child entering an enchanting and dangerous world. Here's hoping he can do the same here.
We have anxiously awaited your return, my liege.
Number 7, The Lord of the Rings.
One ring to rule them all.
If you're one of the many fans who felt disappointed by the Hobbit trilogy, we wouldn't blame you for not paying attention to this one.
Where did you go to, if I may ask? Look ahead. What brought you back? Looking behind.
But there are actually several reasons to get excited. For one, it'll take place during the Second Age before Sauron was defeated by the alliance of elves and men. For another, the creatives attached have pretty impressive track records. Game of Thrones writer and producer Brian Cogman will consult, while A Monster Calls director J.A. Bayona will helm the first 2 episodes.
I've come to tell you the second tale.
Is it as bad as the last one?
John D. Payne and Patrick McKay will serve as showrunners. Number 6, Animaniacs.
It's time for Animaniacs, and we're zany to the the max.
The television landscape is being inundated with revivals these days, and while we can't say that all of them are well conceived, we are definitely excited for Animaniacs. This self-aware series walked the fine line of what you could and couldn't show in children's television, and it's that humor that has made the multi-Emmy Award winner a classic.
No, fingerprints. I don't think so.
The revival is expected to hit Hulu in 2020, and they've already ordered 2 full seasons. Warner Brothers Television and Amblin Entertainment are returning as production companies, with Steven Spielberg back again as executive producer. The insane antics of Yakko, Wacko, and Dot in the modern age? Yes, please.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic Dominican, Cuba, Caribbean, Greenland, El Salvador, too.
Number 5, The Dark Tower.
You're a gunslinger, right?
To call 2017's The Dark Tower a misfire is to put it kindly. But Stephen King's dark fantasy series is much better suited for TV anyway.
But I saw you.
Your dreams deceived you, boy. Told you what you want to hear.
And Amazon has already made the smart decision to make their series a reboot. The books focus on grizzled gunslinger Roland Deschain as he attempts to reach the titular tower, the center of the multiverse, before it falls to the evil Man in Black. The series will focus on Roland's origins, shown in the 4th book, Wizard and Glass.
The ground. It's cold. I like it.
Sam Strike of Night Flyers and Jasper Pakkonen of Vikings are attached as Roland and the Men in Black, respectively. The Walking Dead executive producer Glenn Mazzara will act as showrunner. Here's hoping Amazon has better luck than Sony.
One last time around the wheel, old friend.
Number 4, Lock and Key.
He leaves behind a complicated legacy.
He was a monster.
With the likes of the Umbrella Academy and Mark Millar's Millerverse, Netflix is quickly distinguishing itself as a must-have subscription for comic book fans. Based on the IDW comic of the same name, Lock and Key has had a troubled development period stretching back to 2010. The comics follow 3 siblings who return home after their father's murder, where they discover magical keys that give them special abilities. Unfortunately, there's a demon who wants the keys too. After a failed pilot for Fox, the series was readapted for Hulu, who passed, allowing Netflix to pick up and rework the series. Finally, this property is poised to receive the small screen treatment it deserves.
You think this is just chance? We're all here for a reason.
Number 3, MODOK.
Won't this be fun?
To be fair, there are several animated Marvel productions in development at Hulu, including Howard the Duck.
That's it. No more Mr. Nice Duck.
But none of them is quite as strange as MODOK. This classic Marvel villain, whose name stands for Mechanized Organism Designed Only for Killing, has a design that probably wouldn't translate to live action.
Perhaps we should get to work.
Once a technician for Hydra's scientific research team, he was experimented on until he gained psionic abilities, supreme intelligence, and a gigantic head. This also made him mad as a hatter. American Dad producer Jordan Blum will co-executive produce with comedian Patton Oswalt, who is also attached to voice the egomaniac.
This is nuts. If he holds the reality gem, that means he can jump from different realities. This will be our link to the Marvel Universe from the Star Wars universe.
Number 2, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Should we try it?
After the 2010 live-action film, those who know about this series are understandably nervous.
So, are you the Avatar Ong?
However, Netflix seems to be playing it smarter than Paramount did. This live-action adaptation will be a series, so they won't be cramming a season's worth of story into 2 hours.
Your failure in the 100-day siege of Ba Sing Se won't be held against you. Your son died in that siege, didn't he?
They also have the original show's creators, Michael Dante DiMartino and Brian Konietzko, serving as showrunners. Avatar takes place in a land divided between 4 kingdoms, in which some citizens, known as Benders, can manipulate one of the 4 elements.
Only the Avatar, master of all 4 elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished.
The Avatar, who's reborn to bring peace and balance, can use all 4. The creators are wisely taking their time here, as there have been few updates since being announced in September 2018.
If we knew each other back then, do you think we could have been friends too?
So the 2 I'm most excited about are Animaniacs and The Dark Tower, which are not exactly the same energy, but what are you gonna do? Also, I definitely hope that the Dark Tower TV show is better than the movie because that was a travesty. Anyway, new topic. Let's check out some honorable mentions before we see what the #1 show is.
I always thought we'd be friends forever.
Yeah, well, rubber got a lot shorter suddenly, didn't it?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. #1. The Sandman. Neil Gaiman adaptations are all the rage these days.
What are you so pissed off about?
You just cut off your friend's head. Okay, now what, you just gonna go and get a suit made like you're the goddamn Godfather?
So it was only a matter of time before one of his most beloved pieces of work was made into a TV show. Fans of American Gods and Good Omens will be delighted to discover yet another intriguing world filled with enigmatic characters and rich history.
I can't interfere with the divine plan.
Well, what about diabolical plans? You can't be certain that thwarting me isn't part of the divine plan too.
The story follows Morpheus, the titular Sandman, as he tries to put his realm of dreams back together after a 75-year-long imprisonment on Earth. Gaiman himself will co-executive produce alongside Dark Knight trilogy writer David S. Goyer. He'll also co-write the first episode with Wonder Woman scribe Alan Heinberg, who serves as showrunner. Consider our hopes very high.
Diana!
So how many of these were news to you? And which ones are you most excited about? Be sure to let us know in the comments, or come talk to me on Twitter or Instagram at Rebecca Brayton. Also, be sure to like and subscribe and watch this other video.